Like for me, people want to hear She's in Love with the Boy 10 million times.
Yeah,
so
right.
I know I'm going to sing that every night.
Yeah.
And I don't have to, I can put
Such
new
a
stuff
banger.
in there, but
Such a banger.
I mean, yeah, just, it's just a big song.
She's in love with a boy.
Tiny little, big little.
Tiny little ditty. It was
Tiny
my,
Grammy
it was
winning
my first single. And when it went to number 1, I was like, this is not as hard as everybody says it is.
Oh, wait. What? Get a little touch-up.
This is profesh.
We're professionals.
We're professional.
We've been doing
Trisha
this for
Yearwood.
1 year now. This is
I know.
is about
This is,
a year.
this is 1
This
year.
is where we feel comfortable
Yeah.
now. It's our safe place.
I'm really proud of you.
Thank
I really
you.
am. It's
Thank you.
so funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Well, thank
We're
you so
having
much.
a really good time.
I
And we
know.
got to talk about beauty and glam and be silly and
Listen,
get
it's
to
our
know
world.
people.
It's
Yeah.
our
I know.
little
And I
red
mean,
world.
I did. That's why I worked so hard on my own glam this morning for you guys.
You did it looks, it's like, why do you even hire
I'm
Taryn?
going to let you
Yeah.
have that one. I'm going to let you
Yeah.
have it.
She's
I'm gonna let you have
unnecessary. If this is what you look like.
Taryn
when
and
you do
Mari
your
did my
own-
hair and makeup this
I know.
morning.
I'm like, okay.
I
well,
can't
I'm
lie. Everyone who knows me would know I could not
Well, we
do this myself.
We baited and hooked you. We said, "Will you come on our podcast and we'll do your glam?"
But now I've been saying I wanted to come on your podcast for a
I
long
know.
time.
I know. As a thank you, it's like, well, let's just do your glam.
I'm so nice of you.
Yeah.
I so
I mean,
appreciate you.
it's so nice that you're here. Thank you for being
You guys are so gorgeous.
Here.
I want to know about the Stevie Nicks microphone. Like there's a now a scarf on your microphone. That's very Stevie Nicks.
Well, one day I had it around my head, and then I had it around my neck, and I had it around my waist. I didn't know what to do with it. It
was
went like
the-
everywhere.
What's that movie
The
with
mole.
the mole? Where the mole keeps
moving. I like this
that.
though. This is it's very rock and
eventually-
roll.
Yeah,
I like
it's
it very much.
Steven Tyler.
Wow.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Totally. Yeah.
Guys, hi.
Wow.
Hi. Welcome back to the TOUCHUP podcast. Today, we have the one and only Trisha Yearwood.
Hi.
Dear friend, client, singer, songwriter, dog connoisseur,
Bar owner,
chef,
chef.
cookbook author. I mean, what don't you do?
Philanthropist.
I'm very busy.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have a lot
like,
going on.
style,
I dressed
fashion
myself.
icon.
Actually, my friend Libby dressed me this morning.
When you
She
came
did
out
a
of that
good-
bathroom, I was like,
Really?
oh, man, you
I know
showed.
a pant with a stripe. Come on now.
I know. I love them so much. They're Alice and Olivia. Also, for some reason, we
Are
coordinate.
cohesive.
We all
Cohesive.
coordinate.
I know.
We didn't even text each other.
It's a
know.
vibration thing.
It's a vibration thing.
I believe in that.
We're in a
big time.
band. Or
Well,
we
totally in a
could be
band. We
band.
should
Should
be
we
in a band.
Yeah.
let the people know now that we've started a trio, or is it too early?
No, it's too early.
Cat's out of
Weren't
the
you
bag.
drumming
Okay.
for a while?
Yeah, I was drumming for a while. I was so into drumming for a while, and you actually can't drum while you're pregnant because it's so loud.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Really?
it's too loud.
What if that was
So is
your
the baby
career?
like?
I
Is the
know,
baby
but
like
it's-
stop? Like, how do you know it's too
they
loud?
hear that like loud noises really affect them? Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, not only was she a drummer, she got gifted a drum set from y'all.
Well, there's
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
Well, I
right.
expect the drumming to start back after the baby's
Yeah. Well, I know. Well, yeah,
'Cause-
we're planning on firing her drummer so that I can come in.
Yeah.
Or just have two drummers.
100%. And you're going to have to do something. So
Yeah.
interpretive dance or
I
learn
was-
an instrument. I don't
Thank you.
care. I don't
Thank
know.
you for seeing interpretive dance in me, Trisha. Thank you.
I do see
I
it.
was thinking.
She's the hobby horser.
I was thinking ribbon dancing.
Ribbons. Okay. You do a little Cirque du Soleil
I
thing.
am
You could hang from the ceiling.
Smooth.
People would want to see this.
Smooth.
I feel like
I won't take over the show though. I'll just like pop in at like the
Yeah.
perfect moments. I'll
Yeah.
fly in.
The
do a little-
dramatic part.
right. And then
Yeah.
we'll just have security escort you off
Yeah.
the stage.
That's it.
We'll pretend like we don't
Kindly,
know you.
yeah.
Like you don't. Oh,
Like, can
you gonna fuck with me?
Help, help, SOS,
Yeah.
help. There's a crazy lady on stage with ribbons.
I was told to be here.
I think people should know that this is what, when people say, oh, you have to sit in makeup for 2 hours, it's like, this is what you do.
This is it.
These women make you beautiful and you laugh your ass off.
And you talk about really weird
And you
shit.
talk about really weird shit and no one cares.
Yeah.
It's
And-
like make believe. It's like pretend.
It's
We
like
talk about
it's like getting to go to
pretend
work
ser-
with your favorite people.
Yeah.
So it should be that way.
Yes.
It
If
should
you're
be that
lucky.
way.
That's why we say we have the best job, like, and are so grateful. When you find the right people that
Yes.
fit, there's
Yes.
nothing better. There's nothing better.
When I first saw the first Touch Up podcast, I did not know that you were a makeup and hair person.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought, I knew you guys were really good friends. I was
Yeah.
like, man, they're so in sync. They're so the same. And you fall in love with Taryn the minute you meet her because she's hilarious.
It's so nice.
And then when I found out that this is what you do also, I'm like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were we saying the other day? I can't remember, but it was literally yesterday, and you were like talking about how somebody met me, and I was like, oh yeah, you'll meet Mari, you'll love her. It's like I'm like another one. There's two of us.
There's two of us.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're the same.
I met
Yeah.
friends at my pool at my condo.
Yeah.
And they're people that I've seen there for months or a year, but we really got to know each other because we were all swimming together yesterday. And I'm like, everyone at my unit is so lovely. They're so kind. We were just bomb for hours.
That's nice.
And then of course I was like, and also swipe up for my QR code for my podcast. Like, subscribe. And they were like, oh, you have a podcast? And I go, well, that makes sense. They were like, you're so dynamic and like, that's perfect for you. And I was like, well, and I was going, and there's two of us. I was like,
There's another
there's
one, just
another
like-
one
should
of me.
be doing.
So
You should be doing stand up. I know all your friends are comedians. I know your boyfriend's a comedian.
Never.
but I think you should totally do it.
never.
No,
No.
never.
I would never.
No.
And people always say, "How can you
That's a-
stand up?"
You're
in front of people
so
and
funny.
sing?" But I would never do stand up.
Yeah,
That's
no.
terrifying.
Terrible.
Terrifying.
Terrifying.
Also a completely different thing.
Right. And also, I think I'm really funny, but sometimes when I'm on stage talking, I'm like, stop talking. It's not funny. It's funny to you, but no one's getting it.
No, I've seen
front
you
row's
on
all just
stage.
like-
I've seen you on stage, and you are very funny. But I think there's just like, I'm sorry, you want me to talk for 1 hour and make everyone chuckle the whole time?
Yeah.
No. That shit's hard.
I think it's got to be really one of the hardest jobs as an entertainer. I would imagine, but that would be
think
really
so,
hard.
too.
Oh, out of all the performing arts, do you think that might be the toughest? Maybe.
Maybe.
Well, because at least like when you're singing, you have a guitar or you know what you're about to sing. Just
Yeah, maybe.
you're just
don't
up there.
know.
Although AJ has a set, so they do practice it. But
Yeah, of course.
still, it's just
Yeah, but then you always got to come up with new stuff. Because
Right,
People
yeah,
have
so
heard
that-
it. You know,
yeah.
it's like for me, people want to hear "She's in Love with the Boy" 10 million times.
Yeah.
So I
Right.
know I'm going to sing that every night.
Yeah.
And I don't have to. I can put
Such
new
a
stuff
banger.
in there, but
Such a banger.
I mean, yeah, just it's just a big song.
she's in love with a boy.
Tiny little, big little.
Tiny little ditty. It was
Tiny
my
Grammy
it was
winning
my first single, and when it went to number one, I was like, "This is not as hard as everybody says it is."
Oh, wait, it went to number one? Crazy.
And then I was like,
guess I'll just do it again.
"Oh, it's actually really hard." Then you work to not be a trivia question because you're like, whose first single went to number one, and then they were never heard from again. You know, then you have to,
Oh.
then you have to think about
Yeah, you don't
following it all
wanna
up.
be
Yeah.
a one-hit
Do
wonder.
not want to be a trivia question,
Oh, man.
right?
Yeah.
That would be tough.
That would be tough.
Hey, Trisha Yearwood,
Yes.
I want to know about your story, like young, like baby Trisha, like little young Trisha, your
Yeah.
journey to
I
Nashville.
want to know that too.
Yeah.
Well, little Patricia wanted to be
Patricia.
Cher. Yes.
Patricia.
Little
I know.
Patricia
Patricia.
wanted to be Cher at 5.
Whoa.
Totally was totally. And I had long hair, and I would do the and if my hair wasn't long enough, I would put on a long sleeve t-shirt. This is a really cool trick for you at home. Put on a long sleeve t-shirt and leave the take it, make it like a
I'm familiar.
and then you have the long sleeves to be your hair. It's just
that's
to flip
amazing.
if you don't have the hair.
I believe I've done it before.
I believe I'm
Yeah.
like it's coming back.
Yeah.
To me.
So I was singing, and I got a tape recorder from Santa Claus when I was like 6. That's all I wanted, so I could make my own tapes. And there's recordings of me at 6 years old just singing and singing. So I was never a kid who said, I wonder what I want to do when I grow up. I knew. But I was in a really small town of 2,000 people where nobody
In
did
Georgia,
this.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So either you led the church choir or you taught music, which were noble professions, but that's just not what I wanted to do. So
Right.
I knew. And I just felt like at some point I got to a place where when I was in I did all the talent shows in high school, and I would sing. I'd sang. Everybody knew I was a singer. And everybody said, you're really good, but you're really good in a town of 2,000 people, so you don't know what's going to happen. And so when I moved to Nashville, I was 19. And
wild.
And I was in college. I finished school at Belmont. That was my way to be in Nashville so I could live in the dorm.
Okay.
And I met songwriters at Belmont that were like, you sing on pitch and you show up on time. Would you come sing this demo? I just wrote this song. We're going to pitch to Reba McEntire or whatever it was. And I got into demo singing that way. And that was I did that really solid for several years. Made a really good living. I had a job as a receptionist at a record label, but I didn't tell anybody I sang because I wanted to keep my job.
Demo singing is, explain that a little bit.
Demo
It's just-
singing is if you write a song and you want to pitch and you don't sing, but you want to pitch it to somebody, you'll hire a band and a singer to come in and sing your song, and then a song plugger at a publishing company, they're the ones who are aggressively pitching your songs to try to get them
I've
recorded.
heard,
Got it.
like
Okay.
demos before.
Yeah.
And
And I made a really good living doing that because if you're again, I was cheap. I sang my own harmonies. I showed up on time. I sang on pitch, so I got a lot of work. And But I wasn't aggressive. I wasn't hey, I'm really good. Would you like to hear me? That was not me.
Your style, yeah.
And everybody else was in Nashville. Everybody was like, everybody at Belmont was like, they'd tell you how great they were. And most of them didn't even know I sang because I just wasn't that girl. But publishers are very aggressive because they're trying to get their songs cut.
Yeah.
And so my voice was being heard every day by producers and head of A&R at labels. And
I mean,
so
is she aggressive or did she have a plan?
Well, I mean,
that sounds like a really good
a
plan.
So finally, they just started saying, "I don't know about the song, but who's this girl?"
Yeah.
So they just kind of felt like they discovered something, which is also good for them when they feel like they found something that makes them happy.
Right.
And
Look what I found.
And so it was about 6 years of living in town before I actually met another demo singer named Garth Brooks, who didn't have a record deal.
Shut up.
Yeah, he and I
He
met.
also was a demo singer?
Yes, he and I met. That's how we met. We
I
met
like
in
that
19.
you're finding you guys are really good friends.
I
and you're
know.
finding out.
No, we met
Yeah.
in 1988.
Yeah, no, I
because
know, it's
a
crazy.
friend of ours, Kent Blasey, who wrote "If Tomorrow Never Comes" with Garth, was using me on demos and using Garth on demos. We didn't know each other, but we both knew Kent. And Kent had a little 4-track studio in his attic, and I would go over there and sing for him, and Garth would do the same separately. And Kent kept saying, "You guys need to meet. I feel like you guys would really hit it off." And we use Trisha on your demos because Garth was writing songs, and use her on your female demos. He's like, "Now I've already got people I use." And so Kent booked us on a session, a duet, and we met in the attic. And we sang on the same mic, and it was like we had been singing together our whole lives.
Wow.
It just clicked. And
Do you have that demo?
yeah,
Oh,
I would die to hear that.
I will play it for you.
Oh,
So that was sort of the beginning of friendship, and then he had a record deal, but he didn't have his first album out yet. And he said that day, I mean, Garth, you know how he is. He's like, if I'm lucky enough to have any success, I hope we can work together. And I'm like, that'd be
lucky
great.
enough.
Good luck to you. Like I didn't know.
May the
what was
Lord
gonna
be with
happen.
you, child. Yeah.
And even
Good luck, buddy.
And he,
Sick.
and he was even like, "I'm on Capitol. If you want me to introduce you to my guys at Capitol." I'm like, "No, I want to do this on my own. I don't
Yeah.
want to be signed as a favor to somebody else because I just need to do this on my own." And so when I
so
got my
funny.
record deal at MCA, a couple of years after his albums were out, and he was now, No Fences had just come out, so Friends in Low Places, and
Oh, shit.
he said, "Let's go over to your label." And we went over to MCA together, and my producer's name is Garth, different Garth, which is so confusing for people. And when
how
the
many Garths are
receptionist
in your
buzzed
life is
back
just
to
wild.
to Tony Brown, she said, "Garth and Trisha are here," and they thought it was Garth Fundus, who's my producer. So like, send him back. So when I walked in with Garth Brooks, they were like, "What is happening?" Biggest artist on the planet,
Yeah.
And he said, "I'm getting ready to go on this tour, and I'd love to offer her the opening slot on this tour." And She's in Love with the Boy was a hit.
Yeah.
That was it. That was all I had.
Yeah.
And I opened for him in '91. That was my first tour.
wow.
So it was an incredible opportunity. It was baptism by fire because I grew up doing demos. I didn't grow up playing in clubs. I didn't have the experience of,
Yeah.
I didn't have that. He did. He played in all the bars in Oklahoma and Texas, and I didn't have any of that. And
So the next thing you know, you're on a stage.
So I'm
Like
a
a-
singing stick because I'm on the stage. I'm used
singing
to
stick.
I'm used to being
Green,
like
right?
yeah,
Like,
and I'm
yeah.
just like, and he was so generous. Most headliners, cover their stage, hide their stage. You have like 3 feet to sing in front of, which I was so grateful for. He's like, "Just use my whole stage," and I'm like, I don't know where to. I don't know. I don't
go.
know.
I don't know what to
do with
No,
my
thank
hands.
You want me to kickball change all over the place? Shimmy shake? What do you want me to do?
So this was my choreography. It was my dance. And my diehards from '91 called this the Trisha dance.
You still do
I
that?
still do it. It was born out of a drummer who had a hard time with keeping time, which is kind of important if you're a drummer.
Sure.
And so I was like,
Well, no,
here's,
I know.
Someone
here's
would say-
where it is.
I invented it. I know.
But anyway, so that kind of became my thing. But I'm a lot more comfortable on stage now. But it was a
Oh, yeah, you
and I
own
got a
that
chance
bitch.
to be in front of people I would never have gotten a chance to be in front of.
That's crazy. What's
Wow.
crazy to me is that he was
Wow.
trying to help you before he even had anything to help you.
Yeah,
But he's like the same.
he's that guy.
Still does
That's
that.
who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He literally guys, just for Garth was like, "Oh, you want to learn how to play the drums? I'll get you a set." I was like, "What?" He's just that.
Well, he's like, "We got a set sitting at the bar, and it's just sitting there. Let's just take it over to Tara." I'm like, "Okay."
and then I was like,
Yeah. For
Then
a
I
week
got
and a half, and I got pregnant.
"Can we talk about The Mirror?
Yeah,
Your new album
Wanna?
that's dropping?"
Wanna? I mean, you've kind of been around for so much of the writing process.
Yeah, I know. And
all of it.
I want to dive into songwriting too, but how do you feel this album is different because you wrote on every single song on this album, but your previous albums you haven't?
Right.
So how is it different though to you?
It's so weird to me. You know, I never felt like I needed to be a great songwriter to be a great singer. I always felt like my heroes like Linda Ronstadt and Patsy Cline were known. I mean, Linda wrote a little bit, but they would take a song and make it theirs. So that's what I always did. I never said, oh, you know, if Patsy Cline had written I Fall to Pieces, it would have had so much more meaning. It would have sounded, you know, she made that song hers. So I always felt that. I never felt like I needed to be a writer to be complete, or at least I didn't know it, you know? And so the songs in my career, like She's in Love with a Boy and The Song Remembers When and Walk Away Joe and How Do I Live? I mean, those songs are mine now. They feel like I didn't write those songs, but I made them mine. And so I don't feel any like, oh, I wish I would have written all along. But I don't think there are any artists who didn't write it all and then all of a sudden are writing the whole record. And it really feels different because I've always been nervous when I had an album coming out because I don't know, you want everybody to like it and there's this, you know, it's personal to you and it's so personal. This feels more personal than ever, and yet I'm so not worried about it. I'm just like,
Maybe
this is
that's
what I've been
why you're
doing.
not nervous about
Maybe
it. Yeah.
this is what I've been doing, and this is art, and it's
Yeah.
like a painting, and maybe you'll love it, and maybe you won't love it. It might not be for you, but I'm good. I don't know. It's so different in that way.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It feels, I've heard a lot of the songs. They're really good. I feel like everybody is going to really like it. They feel very you.
Yeah.
Like very, very you. Even though they're all very different, but you have a million sides to you too. So, but it just feels like very Trisha Yearwood to me.
Yeah, well, I will say that when I started writing, everybody that wrote with me, I think they knew before I did, you know, that I was writing for an album. I don't really think I thought that in the beginning. I was just like, this is therapy for me. Like, I'm writing songs to my younger self. And when writers would come in, they would always say, well, what do you want to write about? Because I think they knew somehow this is going to be a collection of Trisha songs. So what are her ideas? What does she want to write about? So I think that's probably why. Because a lot of times you'll go into a writing session and somebody else will come with an idea because you're writing for, maybe you're going to pitch a song to Reba McEntire. You don't know what, you know, but this felt more Trisha specific every time I wrote.
Yeah.
And so that's why I think every song just feels like there's a piece of me in it. And really a lot of songs, like The Mirror, that song in particular, is about us and how we are so hard on ourselves and how we pick apart every part of our bodies as women. And that because I remember seeing myself in a photograph somebody took of me from the back. And I was walking with Garth, and my friend Mandy took the picture. And it was she just took this picture for me to have as like they're together walking somewhere. And when I saw myself, I thought I looked good. Like, and that sounds really messed up, but like we have such body dysmorphia about what we actually look like.
Yeah.
And when I saw it for a second, didn't realize it was me.
Yeah.
I thought, well, she looks really good.
Yeah.
And then I was like, that's me.
Yeah.
And so the idea of if we could see ourselves, if you watch by a mirror, glance at yourself, you'd be like, she looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we stand in front of that mirror and we pick ourselves apart.
Yeah.
And so this song is sort of about, I'm glad you're finally here, because I feel really comfortable in my own skin. I mean, we all have our issues, but I feel better than I've ever felt.
Hell yeah.
And I just feel like I wish I could tell that young girl, you're going to get there and it's going to be cool. And that's what The Mirror is about.
Yeah.
Well, and circling back to why you were not scared about putting this album and you feel so confident, it's because of that.
Yeah.
It's because of where you are in your life and feeling so incredibly empowered and strong and better than you ever have in your whole entire life.
Yeah.
You're able to put something out and be so confident without being scared of how people are going to perceive it. Because you're like, well, this is who I am.
look
This
good.
is all I look great. Like
look
this,
good.
you know, I feel great. I'm happy. I'm this, and that comes with age and wisdom. And we're such a privilege to get older because of all that.
Right. Yes. Because a lot of our friends don't make it this far.
Yeah. Wow.
And I think too, it's like, I've always said this about music, you know, you don't have to always feel super confident to write a confident song. But we want to hear a song that makes us feel that way.
Yeah. Mhm.
And the same with, there's a song called Fearless these days, and it's kind of about owning the mistakes and going, all of those things made me who I am, and it's okay.
Absolutely.
It's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are mine. Those
I
are
didn't
my
know.
stories.
I didn't
A lot of
know
my
until I
stories.
knew. You know.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, I struggle with that. I think a lot of people in general, but I think a lot of women struggle with like forgiveness, like self-forgiveness.
No, it's
you know?
important. It's
Yeah,
very
it's really
important. But I like that. Like, I didn't know until I knew.
Yeah.
I didn't know until I knew. I didn't.
Yeah.
And
know what I
as
didn't
much
know.
as we can say that we're affected by culture and social media and all the things that we listen to, the voices we listen to, the one we listen to the most is this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we can be really awful
Yes.
to ourselves.
Yeah.
So rude. It's like, I would never do that to you. Why am I
Never.
doing that to
You're
me?
like, why are you saying that about yourself? You're my best friend. Like,
Right.
no, you are not. You are not Winnie the Pooh. Stop it.
I'm like, right now I have the body of somebody's uncle.
Hey, but we talked about, did you know
But
that I've
it's
offered to
kinda
help
funny.
birth this
Are her
child?
feet
Did you
a
know
little
that?
chubbier than normal? Yes. I'm not going to beat around the
Oh
bush
yeah,
with that.
everyone, I'd like you to meet my doula. She's gonna sing the baby out.
Look, I've helped out with some calves that were born, and I feel like I
what's the
can,
difference?
I can do it.
You got
Yeah.
this.
I think I can do it.
so funny. Like, thank you so
delivered.
much to the Yearwood family for delivering.
I mean,
my
I'm
baby.
used to seeing a cow just kind of walk along and drop it. I'm like, can you get that? So I mean, I feel like you're going to have to do it that way for me to be involved. But
Okay, well, that's probably what's gonna
A
happen.
little messier than,
Yeah.
let's hope it's that easy.
What is your favorite lyric out of all the songs on the new album, and what is your favorite song and why?
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's a
Very
really tough
specific
one. That's a
lyric.
very tough one. I mean, I think there's a lyric in a song called "The Wall or the Way Over," which is a song about: are you going to be the person that encourages her? Or are you going to be the person that tells her the things that she's never going to forget? Like, you're not a songwriter, you know. And there's a lyric in there that says, "Careful what you say, because words have a way of staying in the back of your mind." So it's like, words matter.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? And somebody can tell you something when you're 15 years old that doesn't mean anything to them, but you'll carry it with you your whole life.
Yeah.
And that's been another freeing thing for me at 60 to be like,
Yeah.
somebody said that about me. That doesn't have to be the truth. I get to decide what's the truth about me.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
But Fearless These Days is probably my favorite song. Oh, that's tough. I'll say
To
that
sing
today.
or like
Today.
to.
I like Fearless These Days.
Okay.
It's live because
Okay,
I
live.
see it in people's faces. When I'm singing, that's the song about walking down the aisle and knowing that you should throw the flowers and run, but you went through with it, and which I
Oh.
did because the church was full and the reception hall had the cake already, and I just did it, knowing I probably shouldn't have done it. No offense to him. It was, again, me. But the chorus of that song is you don't know until you know. That it's easier to be who you are than to try to be what you think everybody else wants you to be.
Yeah.
And so when I sing that song live, I watch women, especially in the crowd, like nodding, crying, hugging the person they're next to. It's like it's almost like permission to say, it's okay. The mistakes we made. It's okay. You didn't know. You didn't know better.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did our best.
Yeah, we did our best.
And
with
also,
the
they're
tools.
lessons that you have to learn or you don't grow and morph into this.
Yeah, I mean, everybody that says I used to go whatever, but I really believe it now is that it's not the wins that shape you; it's the losses. It's the things. It's the hard things you go through that make you who you are, and that's where you learn the lessons. You don't really learn the lessons in the success.
You don't.
Yeah.
No. I embrace all of my darkness and sadness, and I know that when I'm there, I know that's for a reason. I'm like, this is happening to me. And every time I come out the other side, I come out with lessons learned and a little bit stronger.
Yeah, and
a little
our
bit
nature
better.
is
It's
to run from pain and suffering. We want to, mask it with something. We want to compartmentalize it. I'm good at all those things, but
Because it's hard.
it's
being
hard. But if
aware
you
of
can
that,
live
though,
in it, if you can live in it,
and understand
Yeah.
that you do come out better and changed and
Right.
different and grown, then
right. There's that whole Buddhist thing of impermanence. Like if you can look at life that it's impermanent, meaning we're moving through it. So good and bad, it's moving through. It's not, you don't have to live in any of it. You don't
No.
have to live in you experience it, but you're moving through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to kind of, on a good day, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
On a bad day, I can't get out of bed, but it's fine.
I'm so glad it's a good day for you right now.
But we all have those days. And that's the other thing too. It's like everybody has a bad day. Everybody has a hard day.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I told you guys in hair and makeup that I lost it on my trainer last night in workout because I was just and losing it was me just going, I'm really struggling. Excuse me. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
I
I'm
freaked out.
sorry.
I just laughed
I
out.
freaked out. I apologize profusely to her, Billy. I'm apologizing to you now on a podcast.
Yeah.
But really, it normally would be fine. But last night, I just was like, man, this feels so hard. And I know it's supposed to be hard, but tonight is just too damn hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
It's
We're
fine.
human beings.
Yeah.
We all have, it's important. It's important to say it too.
I finished my workout. I had a cookie. Everything was better.
And you got your
You
cookie.
just-
And you seated a cookie. She seated a cookie.
I feel like That's kind of
that's
the
you.
theme of my life right now.
Yeah.
I cried.
She cries when she doesn't get cookies.
Yeah, I cried. Did I tell you that?
No,
oh my God.
but I love it.
Oh my God. But I also was having one of those days where like people were just mistreating me, and I just couldn't understand why, somebody like projected something onto me, and I was like, that's weird. And it was like, you shouldn't have said that to me. And then I had this whole thing with my dog trainer, and he lost his shit on me, and I was like, why is everyone like losing their shit on me? Because I'm pregnant and I don't know what I'll do.
Right.
And then I come home and I'm like laying in bed, and I'm telling AJ what's going on. And I'm like, and he just like was really mean to me. And that was so weird. And I don't understand why people keep projecting their bullshit on me. And then I started crying, and he was like, oh no. And I'm like, I think I'm just hungry. And it turns out I was just hungry. But like, also the worst thing you could do to a pregnant person is just like project your bullshit onto them.
Well, you're overly sensitive. You have to be,
Yeah,
right?
right.
I don't know. I've never been pregnant, but
Yeah, I'm overly sensitive.
Yeah.
I'm overly all of the things. And even though I'm not really like a cryy, emotional like type of person, like it's just like you shouldn't project your bullshit on anybody anyway, but just like a pregnant person is just like, you're a different kind of, take your shit elsewhere, man. You're yelling at a hungry person.
Bring me a cookie.
You're like,
Just
I'm
bring me a
hungry.
cookie.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, he laughed so hard at me, and then I laughed because I was like, I can't believe I'm sitting here crying about being hungry, but here we are.
that's a song idea.
That's real. Yeah. Get to it. The two of the three of us actually, because we're
Well, yeah,
in a
you're
triple.
here.
Yeah, we're in a triple.
And you have the Steven Tyler.
Triple, and I got this. If you weren't the incredibly successful country music star that you were, what would you be doing?
Oh, yeah. That's a good question.
Prison? Like, I don't know. I mean,
Good.
I'd be a
I will
convict.
say that I had never had a backup plan. And
Never
because
had
I went to college, I had a lot of people, because I was a music business major, I had a lot of people ask me, oh, would you be in the music industry in the corporate part because you had this degree if you weren't a singer? And I've always said no, because I think watching people do what I wanted to do would be
kill you.
much harder. So I will say, if I wasn't doing this, I'd probably not be in the music industry in any way.
Okay.
Because I think it'd be much too hard to be watching other people live my dream.
Sure.
Yeah.
And again, going back to the 5-year-old, like there was no
It
backup
was
plan.
always this.
Yeah,
it was always country music.
yeah, and I love I love to cook. I love my cooking show.
Yeah.
I love the furniture line. I love all the things that my toe is dipped in. But if you made me pick one, I would always pick music.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Okay.
I feel grateful because I know a lot of people who don't know their whole lives what they really want to do.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I've always known, and I think it would be hard to not do it. And I think I would be doing it even if it was on a level of playing 5 nights a week at a bar. I think I'd be singing.
Yeah.
I just do.
Yeah.
What I love is that you do have like you're like, yes, music. I am passionate about this. It's country music. It's what I do. It's who I am. But also you have these like other talents that you haven't been afraid to like explore. And I think a lot of people, and when I say a lot of people, me, like you kind of get into this, like, I got to stay in my lane.
Yeah.
Like I do makeup and I do hair. We can't have a podcast. But then it's
Yeah.
like, what am I talking about? Like I work with so many women that they go, yeah, I can do this and I can also do this.
Right. That's exactly right. And the lane is either a lane you created for yourself.
Yeah.
That's doesn't have to be real. Or if someone told you should be in your lane, that's none of their
That's
business.
also- yeah.
You know,
No,
that's
totally.
you should. And I've never felt like there was something I couldn't do. Like maybe I couldn't
Yes,
be in the
girl.
Olympics, but maybe I could. I could
Yeah,
maybe
maybe.
pick something. I could maybe find something I could
For
do.
what? Pole vaulting? Shot put?
Underwater
What are you doing?
BB stacking. I don't know. I don't know what they're.
The Snack Olympics? Yes, girl.
Sign me up. But I also was raised in a family. My mom and dad were they're very conservative. So I think sending me off to Nashville to be in the music industry was scary for them because it wasn't a guaranteed job and a guaranteed paycheck and all of the things that they knew. But they always also wanted me to be happy.
Yeah.
So they always made us both feel, my sister and I both feel like we could do anything we wanted to do. And I think I just
so
don't feel
important.
like,
That's
I just
wonderful.
don't,
Yeah.
I'm not ever, I'm out of my comfort zone a little bit. Like the first time I was on camera for the cooking show, I was standing behind the counter and I had 15 things to remember and I don't know how to do it. And I was nervous, but I also wasn't like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
You know, I will say at the beginning of every season, I don't know how you guys feel when you do your podcast, because I know you bank them. If you, with the first day back, you're like, what are we doing? What were we thinking? We don't know what we're doing. That imposter syndrome thing. Like, I feel like
we're still in there.
The first day of every.
Right now, I'm like, what am I doing?
I feel very confident. Speak for yourself.
I look good.
You're making people laugh. You're informing them. You have a heart. Like, your podcast is very, the reason I wanted to be on it for a long time is that you're fun, but you also talk about life and real things, and you make people think, and you, in a good way, you make people feel good about themselves.
Yeah.
And you bring a lot of different kind of people on your podcast, which is great.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It really is.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, because it's conversations that we have a lot. It's like we talk about beauty and we like to pretend and giggle.
Yeah.
And so we just get to do it with like somebody that we
And I do have
know or
deep,
don't know or
meaningful conversations.
Yeah,
because,
sometimes.
Well, yeah, but that's
Yeah.
It veers off into a natural conversation that you would just.
I have a question for you girls.
Yeah.
Did you both know when you were young that you were great at doing what you do? Or you were good at, did you do your own hair and makeup when you were a kid and you knew you were good at it?
I always knew at
Yeah.
a young age that's what I think I was 13 when I started like really dabbling in glam, and we both kind of started the same way where we got this one book. It's a Kevin Aquan.
Yeah, another book.
Making Faces.
Making Faces. He had a couple of them, but one of them I was gifted and I was like, I want to do what he does.
That's cool.
And I had a little sister who was much younger than me, and I still have her. She didn't die. And she's alive and well.
She's still your little sister.
Yeah, she's still my little sister. But I would play dress up. I would do like her makeup for pageants. I would do everyone's makeup for theater because I was in theater. It was either, you know what's funny? It was either Beauty or Saturday Night Live.
Right.
For me.
Same.
Which you guys could do both. Yeah.
Right. So when like I kind of veered off of doing like acting and theater and stuff like that, and I just like really went down like the glam road, it was like, well, I guess that's over with. But like now that we're doing this podcast, I get like an outlet to just be fun and funny.
Yeah.
And not care. And I'm at the age where I don't care if you think I'm funny or not. I think I'm funny.
Right. You are funny. You're both funny.
Kind of like
Maury
it's
thinks
like
I'm funny.
it's like
You're
putting
both
out an
funny.
album,
Trisha
being
thinks
like,
I'm funny.
I feel confident, I feel fine. This
Yeah.
is for me. Like
Yeah.
you don't have to love me, but I love me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
enough. You know.
Yeah.
And for me too, I when I was younger, I always, we were teenagers. You're so wildly insecure and figuring out who you are. So for me, the power of makeup is so special because it helped me feel more confident as a
Sure.
little girl, and that's why I started wearing it, even though it was incorrect, even though I was orange, even though I had no eyebrows and brown lip liner and concealer
100%.
lips.
I stand by that.
I still think that's hot.
I stand by
it
brown
still
and-
made
yeah.
me feel beautiful, and that's I think was a big part of why I got into and I was naturally just good at it. So transforming women, like I'm the way that I was transforming myself was just it was meant so much to me.
Yeah. I get that, because I feel like a different person in makeup or not in makeup. It transforms. It's like wearing heels.
Yeah.
Like when I'm doing a photo shoot, even if they're not going to see my feet, I wear heels
You gotta
because
put them on.
you carry yourself differently.
Yeah.
Totally.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
And it doesn't have to be so much. Like you're very minimal, but
Yeah.
just enough to take what you already have and just bring it to life, accentuate it.
Yeah.
There's so much power in makeup.
Speaking of glam, though, can we talk about some of your favorite like looks on carpets and album covers and things that you've done?
Well, the very first album cover, I'm 26 years old. I'm standing there in a denim shirt. I did my own press on nails.
Is that the one we were looking at the other day on
with the
set?
curly hair?
Yeah.
Super curly hair, because it was 1991 and Pretty Woman had just come out, and I wanted to be Julia Roberts. I wanted that hair, and my hair was straight. And so, yeah.
Did you get a perm?
No, I didn't. I had plenty of perms in my life, but I didn't at the time. But they just curled it that day for the photo shoot, and it was so tight that I looked like Shirley Temple in so many of the pictures. That
this iron.
Yes.
On you.
And that photo that was the album
very
cover was
90s
the
though.
last photo of the day where my hair had relaxed and it was still so curly. I had done my thumbnail, which I just didn't realize this one's chipped. It was kind of wonky and kind of thick because I put them on myself, and I call that album cover the claw because I can see my hands just holding this shirt and it's just this big thumbnail. And also I had not worn any makeup. And so my makeup was heavy for that shoot. And we had to go in, this was again 90s, the computers knew, and they went in and had to lighten up the makeup on the photo. And then when I would sign autographs after shows, young girls would come up to me and they were like, "Oh, you're so much younger than I thought you were," from just the photo, And so I felt like I learned a lot about that. And then you go through a period of a lot of glam, and now that I'm older, less glam looks better.
Yeah.
But I still love 90s glam.
Yeah.
I love
We
a
were just
90s
talking about
glam.
it.
I
It's
love.
beautiful.
I'll never be sad about 90s glam.
Same.
Never.
Same. I mean,
Never.
everybody looked great, and then like Mariah, like when you see her whole
yeah.
like videos of her,
Yeah.
anybody in the 90s,
Thin
it was
eyebrows just worked.
They just
did.
worked.
They really
They
did.
did.
The hair was dope.
The hair was dope.
The eyes were always really beautiful.
The face framing layers.
Yeah.
The Jen Aniston.
Yep.
Even though I know she wasn't like an artist, but like
But yeah, it was all that.
it was
Yeah.
all that
Beautiful.
really, really pretty.
Like bell bottoms, like just the fashion, like all
Hot.
of it is so dope.
But it's kind of
dope.
back around. It's kind of coming back around.
Oh, it's
yeah.
coming back hard.
But I
Everything
used
comes back
my
around.
lip color was faux from
Yes.
That was my
Ooh, that's
that
light.
was my lip of
FA.
choice.
Wait, is that light? Is
There's
that
a little
so
mauvey
is the-
pink, mauvey
Yeah.
pinky.
Yeah. Mine's Velvet Teddy.
Ah,
If you remember. If you know, you know.
yeah. And I
Oak.
I lined the lips, and then I learned to color in the lip as well, so that I didn't just have the line around the outside.
Yeah.
But I just don't. It's just not my gift. I can do my own makeup to not look terrible, like if I'm doing like a Zoom or something. But
Yeah.
I don't. I can't do all this.
I think we should still do a video of you doing Taryn's makeup.
Oh, for sure.
100%.
It's absolutely happening.
Yeah,
I haven't posted it yet, but I did a time lapse video of me taking your makeup and the hair out and the makeup off after the photo shoot.
Were you crying?
We're gonna have to
Yeah, that's
fast
you.
forward it because there's so much hair. There was so much hair. There's so much hair today, but I'm just taking the hair out, and I had the iPhone like sitting on my vanity. I'm not professional, and when I look back at it, it's like there's all this chin. There's all this. I'm like, I'll probably still post it, but I'm like, couldn't I have just put the camera here?
Camera a little higher.
Yeah, I know.
But I think it's kind of fun because everybody does the show. Get ready with me.
Yeah.
But I think
Get
it'd be fun
unready
to
with
show,
me.
like, take the day off with me. The show.
take
Oh,
the
I
day
like
off
take the
with
day
me.
off with me. Don't get ready with me.
Yeah.
Take the day off with me.
I think we should do that too.
That's
cute.
yeah.
Yeah. You could do my makeup because I would die for that.
How do you think you would do? Seriously.
I mean, terrible. I won't.
I don't think it would be terrible.
I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm excited about trying it. I did makeup on a friend of mine's daughter for a prom years ago, but she was really young, like 12. She was going to like her school thing.
Oh yeah, you just go
Right.
and you're
And so, but it's like doing somebody else's nails. Like it's hard to do these things on someone else
Sure.
when you never do that.
Yeah.
For you guys, it's probably not hard, but
I'm sure my lashes would be
A little tricky.
above my lash line.
I think
That would be
I
fun
think
to
my
see.
lashes for you will be above your lash
Yeah,
line.
I think when you do my makeup, I think when we look, you'll definitely see my eyelid where my lash line and the strip lashes are.
What if I'm so good that I start my own company?
Oh, and then we're like, oh my God, she can literally do everything.
How
She's
annoying are
taking
you?
her
And
she can't.
job.
Jack of all
She can't.
trades.
Because I tell you, I go home and I study what you guys do at the end of the day. I really do. And I'm like, it just looks so good and it looks so blended and so great. And I don't know why it's so hard for me, but I can't do it. I mean, it's why you're gifted and why you have a job and why you do what
Right,
you do.
like
but-
I couldn't write
it's
a song.
kind of like how you go on stage and perform and
I
sing
couldn't do-
your,
yeah.
with your
There's no
beautiful
way.
voice.
No
Like,
amount of money.
Yeah.
no amount of money
Yeah.
could I even just.
You're on stage
karaoke.
right now.
That's
girls.
what's the difference.
There's no one here though.
There's
so
20,000 people that swiped up for our QR code last night.
That's right.
They're out
That's
there.
right. They're
Yeah,
all
they're
watching.
out there, but
Yeah.
it's like la 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 la. I don't know that they're here, so that's.
Well,
like
I
the
forgot
gift.
until I just said it too. So now I'm a little not
Now
as
you're
confident
sweating.
as I was before.
Yeah. Oh God.
God.
Oh God. Ooh, this is a good question. Tell us your favorite moment in your career,
Ooh.
I mean,
or the funniest.
Oh, way to switch. Yeah.
Yeah, way to switch it up.
Best
they're
or
different.
Well, because sometimes it's hard to, like on the spot, I have a hard time. I'm like, oh man, my brain isn't working. I don't remember anything.
I will tell. Well, there have been a lot of really amazing moments. I'll
Yes.
tell you one that came to mind when you said that.
Okay.
Was because when you're a kid and you have the list of things, I want to be a member of the Grand Ole Opry. I want to sing. I want to go to the Grammys. I want to all these things. Something that was not on the list that I got asked to do was to sing in Italy with Pavarotti.
Oh.
And it was in the late 90s, so I had really good makeup and hair. And
yes,
I went over to Italy because he used to do a benefit concert for children of war every year. It was a really big deal. And I got asked to go. And it was me and like the Spice Girls and Vanessa Williams and Stevie Wonder. And I mean, it was like this Celine Dion. It was like this, and me and John Bon Jovi and me.
Oh my God.
And I'm the country girl. And of course, Pavarotti speaks Italian. I speak English. We sang in Latin.
What?
And English, but we sang in Latin and English. I had to just learn the song. And it was the reason I say it was special was it was the moment that I remember. I remember that in my early career, things were going so fast. I felt like I was kind of holding on like to a runaway train because I didn't think my first single would go to number one. That doesn't happen. So
Yeah.
I thought I'd have time to prepare, which turns out I did not.
You just went.
And
Yeah.
that concert was the moment that I was like, you need to be in this moment. If you're not, you'll be able to see it, but it's like you'll be watching a movie. But if it's the pinch me thing, if you really ground yourself in this moment, my friend Mandy says, be where your feet are. If you're really in that moment,
Yeah.
then you will be able to take yourself back to that moment. And that was the moment I learned that, and I've done it ever since. So when I think about singing with Pavarotti, I'm not just seeing it as a movie. I'm standing in the spot.
Yeah.
And he's standing right there, and we're singing
Yeah.
together. So that was a big one for me because it was a learned thing of
Yeah.
like, you got to be in the moment.
Be in the moment. Be where your feet are.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And one of the funniest things that ever happened to me on stage.
Is Pavarotti the one who sings? Am I saying that right? Pavarotti.
Pavarotti.
That's Andre Bocelli, no?
Well, they probably both sang it. There's
I'm like,
there's.
that's Skidamarinky.
I also love Bocelli. I also love him too.
That's Skidamarinky Dinky too.
Skidamarinky Dinky Doo.
That's it. That was. I remember that.
Okay.
I don't know.
Skidamarinky Dinky.
The puppet, the girl with the sock.
One of the funniest things that happened to me on stage was I was playing in Arizona. I was opening for Garth, so it was 91, and it was 115 degrees. And so I had very limited wardrobe, but I had this white lace skirt and this white top and these high heels, skinny granny boots everybody was wearing in the early 90s. And that was going to be my wardrobe. And when I went out on stage to sing, it was so hot. I got my boot stuck in my skirt. And my skirt went down in the back.
Oh, shit.
And I had the microphone in my hand. And this is 91. I'm not really cussing in public yet. Now I only cuss in public. but in that moment on the mic, I just said shit. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm 26 and I just said shit on the microphone. And there were a couple of fans in the front row that have come to a lot of shows. And every time I see them, even if I saw them today, I was there that night. You said shit on the microphone. I'm like, yeah, that was
Shitgate.
that was me.
Yeah,
Shitgate.
Yeah,
in
Shitgate.
91.
They had no idea that was the beginning. And
God
I'm like,
forbid.
this feels so
Yeah.
good. I'm going to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. This next song's called Shit.
I mean, the
shit,
first
my-
time I
my
met
butt's
you, you were
out.
just like,
There,
bah, bah,
there,
bah,
you know
bah,
what?
bah.
There is a lyric in this new record that says bullshit, and we actually had to we kind of ghosted it in the performance because if I left it in, I had to put an explicit label on my record.
Just for one shit?
Yeah, for
Wow.
bullshit.
Bullshit.
Just for one bullshit?
Yes. One bullshit gets you an explicit sticker.
Wow.
So I didn't want to do that because I'm like, I don't want to.
no, you
I
were
don't.
like,
I don't
for-
want. I don't want to have.
For one word.
Yeah.
I might as well not
so,
say the word.
So I just
Yeah.
sang bullshit.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. That's
Bullsh-
actually a really, like, a funny way to cuss. Is to just, like, what the fuck?
Oh, cute. Yeah.
Oh, you
Right.
dumb mother.
Shut the fuck.
Yeah.
That's some shit.
Oh, don't be a bitch.
Don't be a bitch.
I have a friend who says
Like
you
a
gotta be such
breathy.
a-
I have a friend who says ish instead of shit.
Well, yeah, people
He's
say
like, that's
F.
an ish.
Yeah. But it's just, it's like, that's a funny.
That girl's
I
such
have
a cunt.
Don't be a cunt. That's funny. I know somebody that says vegetables instead of like
Vegetables?
Don't be a dumb tomate. Like they say like vegetables in Spanish.
That's funny.
Yeah. He's being a silly avocate.
Avocate. What a stupid asparagus.
Yeah, dumb tomate. I like that too.
Okay,
That's funny.
cussing with vegetables sounds fun.
Yeah, I know. Vegetables are funny. I know. I only know 2, I guess, in Spanish. I should probably know more, but yeah.
You can get to work on that in your spare time.
And you've got a lot of downtime.
I know. In all the downtimes.
And you should teach your new baby how to cuss in vegetables.
Yes, I
Obviously,
think that's very important.
Absolutely.
Before like mama and dada. Like he needs to know how to curse. And
We've talked about, I would love for him to be bilingual.
Yes.
Because how am I not? I mean, I'm from California. How do I not?
I say that all the time.
Right.
It's kind of like embarrassing that I'm not fluent in Spanish.
It's sort of embarrassing that most of America
we
only
should
knows
all-
one
we
language. We
should
should all
all.
know more than one
Oh,
language.
100%.
I always feel so
2 years
stupid
in
when
high school
people
doesn't mean
don't.
anything.
I know.
I'm like,
Yeah.
un poquito.
It's so
Puedo ir al
easy to
baño, por favor.
Yeah,
That's
it's
it.
so easy to forget.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention.
Absolutely. What
I took-
high school?
I
I'm
took
still not paying
French.
attention.
Yeah. Do you
Good.
know anything?
No. My
Nothing?
name was no.
Your name was
I
what?
know the first line of the French national anthem.
Go ahead.
Les enfants de la patria. That's all.
That's it.
Cute.
That's it.
And I can say oui.
Oui.
And you are Patricia? Patricia?
But I think it was.
Pat-
I can't remember what it was.
Is this your name? Is that French? Is that Patricia?
She actually does a really good
We wanted people to take us a little bit more seriously
Yeah.
and not just think we were like Carrot Top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
You know?
think people
No
are
hate to
taking
him.
us seriously?
I actually don't know if people take us serious or not.
And we don't care.
I'm not sure.
I think it's both. I think
Yeah.
people take you seriously when you're talking about something serious, but people also like to laugh.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I do love to be in complete wardrobe for something that doesn't make sense and walk into like, 7-Eleven.
Yes.
And have
Oh.
somebody go, "Are you going to a party?" I'm like, no.
No.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking
do you
about?
mean?
I did this mud run one time with my friends, and it was one of those ones where they give you like a turkey leg and a beer at the end, and you have to crawl under barbed wire. It's like one of those kind of crazy thing. I did it years ago. But for it, I decided to paint my face like Braveheart. So I had a blue face.
Nice.
And all my friends, we all did. We painted our faces blue, and we had these Viking hats that they gave us. And so after we did the mud run, and I'm crawling under barbed wire, and Marines are passing me, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah,
What
why
am I
am I
doing?
here?
Why
Yeah.
am I here?
Yeah.
I never need to do that again.
No.
Jumping over fire
No.
or whatever. And so
What?
we were very
Absolutely.
hungry
Rope
afterwards because I did
things,
not want to
right?
eat the
Like-
turkey leg and drink the beer. So we went to McDonald's, and I'm like, okay, everybody, we're going to go in, and no one break character. If someone asks you, if someone laughs or says, "What are you doing?" just go, "What?" And so we did. We all went in our blue faces, and we were all soaking wet because we'd been in water. We had to crawl through ditches, and I was crazy.
Oh, my God.
And people were like, what you guys been doing? And I'm like, what do you mean? I just like a Happy Meal, please.
Oh, yeah. It's
you could
Tuesday.
just-
We're just hungry.
Yeah, I'm just hungry. If you just make my burger, that'd be great.
McFlurry too, please.
Yeah. I would like supersize me, please.
Yeah.
Supersize
Appreciate
me.
you.
So we should,
please.
I think we would be really good at that together.
Oh, we could keep a hard.
Oh, yeah. I do want to dive into beauty really quickly.
Yes.
I know what products I use on you, but at home, I think because you are Benjamin Button and you are just so hot and you keep getting hotter, I think the people would like to know what your skin routine is and what products you really love.
Well, in my 20s, my skin routine was going to sleep in my makeup and, waking up, not being able to open your eye.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah, I think we're all
feel
guilty.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did that a lot.
I
And
take my
I always
contacts out
just
for, like, months.
used soap and water to wash my face. I never did I tried at some point to do like the 6 or 7 thing, routine, but I would just never.
lot.
It's a lot. And
That's
to
a
do it
lot.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I also don't think it's necessary.
I don't think
I
it
don't
is
either. For
either.
everyone.
For everybody. And I did come to a place in my life where I went to the dermatologist and said, okay, I'm ready to spend all the money on the anti-aging stuff. Like, what is that? And I get Botox about once every 2 years. So I'm not really good at so I need it. I probably,
yeah.
but when I'm in there for my yearly checkup, I'll be like, hey, can you throw a little bit up here and to try to kind of lift? Cause I have one eye that's a little droopy. I haven't done anything yet. Like, I don't know. That's another conversation. Like I go through that of like, do I want to, ever do anything, but I want to look like me. So I'm really weird about not wanting to look like me. So I honestly wash my face when I'm in the shower with Dove soap or Ivory. And then I I do have a Zio scrub that I'll use on my
Zio's a great
face.
brand.
And I love Zio, and that's from dermatologist. And then when I get out of the shower, I use a witch hazel pad on my face, and then
Witch hazel.
a witch hazel pad,
Gotta bring back
and
witch
just
hazel.
like instead of a cleanser pad or whatever. And then I use some kind of moisturizer, and it's usually right now it's Zio Daily Defense. That's what I had on when I got here today.
Yeah.
and that's it. And if I'm feeling crazy, I'll use a night cream. But I don't get crazy.
But that's like winter.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
just, but
You're
I've
not very
always been,
dry.
I moisturize. I don't
Yeah.
like to, I never get out of the shower and not lotion. I moisturize my whole body because I
Yeah.
just want to feel
Yeah.
good. And I've always done that.
Yeah.
And I drink a lot of water. I sleep.
Yeah.
So
You
the
work
things
out.
that,
Work out, you do,
right. And,
yeah.
and what people ask me, how do you keep your voice healthy? It's like, if you keep your body healthy, your voice stays healthy because it's a muscle.
Yep.
So
you've never.
I don't
lost your
really
voice
get sick. I've
the whole
lost it
time?
before, but,
Yeah, but
it's rare.
Yeah.
Knock on
I know
whatever
new
these things are.
singers that have lost their voice, like new artists on the scene that have lost their voice like already. But I think that's just like you don't know yet how taxing singing all the time
Yeah,
is.
and they're not. I didn't either in the beginning. You don't get any sleep. You
Yeah.
don't. You don't. You're. It's all new. You're
Yeah,
traveling.
yeah,
You're,
yeah. Yeah.
Sleep is one of the most important things. Sleep and water.
Yes.
They're magic.
Magic. You have to get like 8 to 10 hours sleep a night. I reach for 10. I'm right in the 9. That
Oh,
nice little
man.
sweet spot.
6 is like normally.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm starting to nap. I'm in a weird place though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm an 8 to 10.
8 to 10.
I can sleep if I have time to sleep for 10. I will.
Oh, same.
Ugh.
Yep.
I'll definitely stay in the bed for 10 hours. Like, see you later. Leave me alone. Okay, Trisha Yearwood, are you
Yes.
ready for rapid fire?
Yeah.
Everybody shake, shake.
Wait. No.
Favorite song to perform?
How fast do I have to answer?
Quick.
Quick.
She's in love with the boy.
Okay. Favorite band ever?
Band. The Eagles.
Oh.
Favorite song from the Eagles?
Wasted time.
Okay, that's a good one. Favorite daytime product?
Coffee.
Nice. Beauty. That's your beauty advice. Drink a lot, get hyped up on caffeine.
Or chapstick gloss. I mean, if I was on a deserted island and had one thing, it would be chapstick or gloss.
Okay.
Yeah.
But coffee.
And coffee.
I feel
But also coffee.
But, okay. Favorite nighttime product?
I was going to say wine, but I'll say I'll say a good night cream.
Okay. Boots or heels?
Boots.
I knew you were going to say that. Big hair or sleek hair?
Big hair.
I knew that too. What makes you feel most beautiful?
A tan.
I see you.
Yeah,
Yes.
girl. Your favorite movie?
Oh my God. The Wizard of Oz is my favorite movie, actually.
Okay.
We thought it was going to be Green Mile.
I did love Green Mile.
By the way, that guy died.
David-
he did
David-
die, but he did not
Not
die
of gigantism?
No,
Oh, okay.
Mari
No.
loves to lie to me, and I go, "Oh wow, yeah, Mari is totally right."
Mari's
And
the internet.
Mari's lied to me. She knows she's
Fake
lying.
news, Mari.
She's gaslighting me.
She thinks it's the best thing
Yeah.
ever. But also
Favorite-
Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, great movie.
that's good.
Pretty
Great
Woman, which I
movie.
just
Yes.
watched. My cousin Vinny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite movie to quote? Like what movie do you quote from the most?
Tombstone or Arthur.
And what are you quoting?
Tombstone. Every Kurt Russell line. Skin that smoke wagon. You're gonna do something. You're just gonna stand there and bleed. I mean, my favorite. I can quote the entire movie.
Oh my God!
I've
Are you
never
gonna
seen
skin
it.
that smoke wagon. Oh my God! I've never heard that ever.
I've never seen the movie.
Okay, it's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Favorite hobby?
I would say cooking, although it's now a job. But I also crochet.
Yeah. She would.
She does.
She does. Of course she does.
No,
She does. I'm gonna crochet you something.
Oh my God! For my little child.
Do you sit there like at night?
Hold on a second. I will insert this photo later, but just a quick story about TY. She came to my baby shower, and we had a little station where we asked people to draw what they thought my son would look like because it's hilarious. Mari came up with the idea. Lo and behold,
Oh my God.
a Disney animated cartoonist,
Right here.
Trisha Yearwood.
We had no idea that she
No
illustrated for
idea.
Toy Story.
Oh my God. She drew such a good
Where
Woody
is
because
it?
my son's name is Woodrow, but obviously we're going to call him Woody. She drew the best. I'll have to insert a photo of it so everybody can see it. It's such a good
We were like, wait,
with a crayon. With a crayon.
it was a perfect Woody. You
I'm
just
like,
know how to draw
Are you
Woody.
on Disney payroll? This is insane.
I can't talk about it.
Oh
What
my
can't
God.
you
Whatever.
do?
I know. It's annoying.
Makeup and
you
hair.
are queen.
You know what? You ain't wrong, honey.
I want to be you.
I know. Okay. Dream collab. We're almost done.
Dream collab. Lena Ronstadt. She doesn't sing anymore though.
Okay.
But that's my dream collab.
Okay. What's your last question? What's the best advice anyone has ever given you?
Be yourself.
Okay. Great.
Unless you could be a dinosaur.
Unless you could be a dinosaur. I feel like
then
you
be a dinosaur.
I actually feel like you live by that.
I feel like I do.
Yeah.
I feel like it's taken me a while, but I feel like I do.
Yeah.
And more every day.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty. The thing about getting older, there's all these other things that happen. You start to get wrinkles. It's sometimes your knee hurts in the morning and you have no idea why. But there's a comfort in yourself that if you're lucky to get to, that just gets better and better. And so I would not go back for a million years to and when I see pictures of me at 30, I'm like, oh, she doesn't have a wrinkle on her face, but I didn't like how I looked. I mean all the things, but the just the comfort, the freedom, it's fine.
Yeah.
Everything feels fine.
Yeah.
The knowing you're going to be okay no matter what. It kind of comes with age.
Yeah. I agree.
You can get through everything.
Everything's okay.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna be okay. It's gonna work out better than you ever even imagined.
Yeah, and it's hard to, I'm a controlling person. I'm a Virgo. I like to know every detail. I like to know what's going on, but all I do is stress out, and then it works out anyway. However, it's going to work
so
out.
you're just exerting all this energy for what?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I spend a lot of time now going, it's going to be okay. Well, it may not turn
Let
out the
go.
way you want it to turn out, but
Yeah.
you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I live by that mostly. I mean, I have my days, but
Sure.
when I yell at my trainer, but I mostly live by that.
Baby freakouts are cute. It's
Ba-
okay.
Just a tiny baby.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. And then I apologize 1,000 times.
Be a little
I know. Even on
here and
podcast.
there.
I'm gonna call her when we're
Yeah, I
done.
know.
I might just run
talked
over to her
about
house
you.
real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
I know. We're just gonna Venmo her a bunch of money for her time. Well, thank you so much
Oh
for
my
coming.
gosh.
Oh my gosh, thank you for having
This
me.
Guys,
Awesome.
Trisha has a new album coming out July 18th called The Mirror. It's
I'm so
really
excited.
good. You have a lot of fun things coming out, not just an album, lots of fun things.
Yes.
Follow her on Instagram if you don't already, if you're living under a rock, Trisha Yearwood. And now she's on TikTok.
Yes, I'm a
Yay!
TikToker.
Do you know how to
Welcome.
use it?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean,
Of course you do.
I posted
See?
my first. I did the thing. We have one on there for Girls Night In where there's the thing over your head and it scrolls and then it picks what you're going to bring for Girls Night In. And I had to do that one myself and post it. And I was so terrified. It was my first actual post that I did.
Yeah.
And I was like, what if
kinda fun.
what if I posted and I wasn't ready to post it? What if that's not the one I want to post?
Yeah.
But it all went fine.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's impressive that
Yeah,
you know how
well,
to use it, though. It's not
yeah.
an easy.
Welcome to TikTok.
I will tell you that TikTok for me is a guilty pleasure. And so when I'm running my dogs, if I'm hiking the dogs, I don't. But if I'm running them and I'm driving and they're running and they run off, I'll get on TikTok. And that's
Yeah.
my 30 minutes of watching TikTok.
Yeah.
And I yesterday discovered vegetables ASMR.
Go ahead.
I've
Okay. I've now.
We thought we were done here. We're not done.
I'm
We're
now
not.
this
Yeah.
Hold on.
person.
Yeah,
I'm
just
sorry.
re-up it.
I'm
Yeah.
now this person. And I watched for 10 minutes different people with a knife slicing into glass vegetables and the sound, and then you'll see
it's magnificent.
a watermelon and then the glass falls away and I can't even talk. I don't even
I
understand
need
why.
to visually see this. Cause
It-
Yeah, you do. I don't
it has
understand
to
why
be-
it has an effect on me.
It's not real,
Right. It's AI.
but it sounds so soothing. It looks gorgeous. It's
it looks
wild.
And I don't think I understood. Is it called ASMR?
ASMR.
Until
Just learned.
till yesterday. I don't think I got it until yesterday.
Yeah.
And now I get it.
Yeah. I follow this one girl, or either I follow her or she just comes up on my feed. But it's her TikTok videos are this close, and there's like candy here, and she just eats candy, and that's it.
What are we doing?
I don't
What
know.
am I
What
doing?
is happening?
And in my algorithm, I have a girl that keeps popping up who's British, who just walks into a room in like tiny little lingerie with clinky little shoes and oiled legs and just says things like, "Didn't see me coming, did you?" But it's just the sound.
Do we wonder about your algorithm?
Of her
Do we
heels
wonder?
I
clinking
think
and
we
like the
wonder
leather
about
and her
everything.
like thick thighs with the oil.
Yeah.
I can't stop.
I can't believe you're here. I don't know how you had a.
We're busy.
I can't stop.
Super busy.
I gotta go.
We're
Can
super
we
busy,
wrap
but
this
we
up?
have time.
I know.
We have time.
I know it's
Yeah.
weird. That is the lesson for today is TikTok is addicting. So
Yeah.
be careful. out
Yeah,
there, guys.
really, you do
I
need
know.
to be careful.
Yeah,
It is
buy the
addicting.
album
Yes.
and be careful.
But we're on TikTok.
Yeah. But watch all my videos.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
you,
you,
ladies.
gosh,
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much
you
for
so
being
much.
here.
Can't wait to do your
This
makeup.
was so much fun. Can't wait to watch it.
Perfect. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We will see you every Wednesday till the end of time.
That's it.
Yep.
All right.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Get a little touch up.